Imagine you're walking down a dimly lit street at night. A shadow flickers in your peripheral vision. Your heart races. Is it a threat, a mugger, or just the branch of a tree swaying in the breeze? That instant, your brain has already constructed a narrative, a potential reality based on limited information and your ingrained survival instincts. This primal act of interpretation, this leap from sensory input to perceived reality, is the very foundation of how we experience the world, and it reveals a startling truth. What we see isn't always what's there. Welcome, fellow explorers of the mind, to a journey that will challenge your fundamental understanding of reality. Today, we're diving into the fascinating and increasingly accepted idea that your brain isn't just passively receiving information from the world, it's actively building, interpreting, and yes, in a very real sense, hallucinating your conscious experience. Think of your brain not as a camera, objectively filming reality, but as a tireless detective, constantly piecing together fragmented clues from your senses. It's making predictions about what's out there, filling in gaps where information is missing, and interpreting raw data based on past experiences and ingrained assumptions. This process, often referred to as predictive processing, suggests that our perception is less about seeing what is, and more about predicting what should be. Think of it like a detective trying to solve a case with incomplete clues. They don't have all the pieces of the puzzle, so they make educated guesses based on their experience and knowledge. Similarly, your brain uses its vast library of past experiences and learned associations to interpret the often ambiguous signals from your senses. This inherent need to create a meaningful and predictable world is deeply ingrained. This concept has deep roots in philosophy. Immanuel Kant, with his revolutionary ideas about transcendental idealism, argued that our minds don't access a thing in itself, an objective reality independent of our perception. Instead, our understanding of the world is shaped by the inherent structures and categories of our minds. We don't see reality as it truly is, but as it is filtered and organized by our cognitive apparatus. And modern neuroscience, with its sophisticated tools for studying brain activity, is increasingly providing empirical support for this active, constructive view of perception. The intricate dance of neural networks, firing and synchronizing, to create our subjective experience, points towards a brain that is far more of an artist than a mere recorder. Now, let's delve into the deeply personal nature of this hallucinated reality. Each of us brings a unique history, a lifetime of experiences, beliefs, emotions, and biases to the table. These individual filters profoundly shape how we interpret the sensory world, leading to what we can call our own personal hallucinations. Take the profound influence of emotions. When you're feeling joyful, the world seems brighter, people seem friendlier, and even mundane events can take on a positive hue. Conversely, when you're experiencing sadness or anxiety, the same world can appear bleak, threatening, and overwhelming. Your emotional state literally colors your perception, highlighting certain aspects and downplaying others. Consider also the pervasive impact of cognitive biases. Confirmation bias, our tendency to seek out and interpret information that aligns with our pre-existing beliefs, creates echo chambers in our minds, reinforcing our subjective view of reality, even in the face of contradictory evidence. Anchoring bias shows how the first piece of information we receive can disproportionately influence our subsequent judgments. And framing effects demonstrate how the way information is presented can dramatically alter our perception and decisions, even if the underlying facts remain the same. These biases are not mere quirks of our thinking. They are fundamental to how our brains construct a stable and seemingly consistent reality, even if that consistency is sometimes illusory. Have you ever had a vivid dream that felt utterly real? In that moment, your brain was generating a complete sensory experience without any external input. While our waking reality is anchored to sensory data, it's crucial to remember that the interpretation of that data, the construction of that experience, is still happening entirely within the confines of your skull. Now let's zoom out from our individual experiences to the shared realities we inhabit. Our societies are built upon layers of social constructs, ideas, beliefs, and values that are collectively agreed upon and maintained through social interaction. Language itself, the very tool we use to communicate about reality, is a prime Example: different languages can even influence how we perceive and categorize the world, a concept explored in the Sapir-Whorf hypothesis. Think about the power of social narratives. The stories we tell ourselves and each other about our history, our culture, and our place in the world shape our collective understanding of reality. The media we consume plays a significant role in constructing and reinforcing these narratives, influencing our perceptions of social issues, political events, and even other groups of people. While these shared hallucinations are essential for social cohesion, they also carry potential dangers. When collectively held beliefs are inaccurate or biased, they can lead to prejudice, discrimination, and the widespread acceptance of misinformation. The power of a shared reality can be both a unifying force and a source of division. Why would our brains evolve to construct such a seemingly indirect version of reality? The answer likely lies in efficiency and survival. Predictive processing allows us to anticipate events, react quickly to threats, and make sense of incomplete information. It's faster and more energy efficient to predict what's likely to happen, based on past experience, than to process every single sensory detail anew. The inherent human drive for pattern recognition is also crucial. Our brains are wired to find meaning and order, even in chaos. This tendency, while sometimes leading to pareidolia or superstitious beliefs, has been essential for identifying causal relationships, understanding complex environments, and developing sophisticated tools and technologies. Creating a coherent hallucination, even if it's not a perfect reflection of objective reality, allows us to make sense of the world and act within it. Furthermore, the development of shared realities through social interaction has been a cornerstone of human evolution. Cooperation, communication, and the ability to coordinate complex behaviors rely on a shared understanding of the world. These collective hallucinations, even if they contain inaccuracies, have enabled the development of complex societies, the transmission of knowledge across generations, and our remarkable ability to adapt and thrive in diverse environments. So, if our conscious reality is, to a significant extent, a construction of our brains, how can we navigate this hallucination more effectively? The practice of mindfulness and meditation can be powerful tools, allowing us to observe our thoughts and perceptions without immediate judgment, creating a space to recognize the brain's active role in constructing our experience. Critical thinking becomes even more crucial. By consciously questioning our assumptions, challenging our ingrained beliefs, and seeking out diverse perspectives, we can become more aware of the biases that shape our personal hallucination and strive for a more nuanced and accurate understanding of the world. Empathy and open-mindedness also gain new significance when we understand that others might be experiencing a fundamentally different, yet equally valid, hallucinated reality. And finally, scientific inquiry, particularly in neuroscience and cognitive science, continues to peel back the layers of this incredible process, offering us ever deeper insights into the mechanisms of perception and consciousness. Ultimately, the idea that our brains hallucinate our conscious reality isn't meant to be a pessimistic or nihilistic view. Instead, it highlights the incredible power and complexity of our minds. While the reality we experience might be a construct, it is, for each of us, the only reality we know. Embracing this understanding can lead to greater self-awareness, increased empathy for others, and a profound appreciation for the elegant and ongoing illusion that is our conscious existence. The universe may be far stranger and more complex than we can currently fathom, and our brains, in their tireless effort to make sense of it all, are creating a truly remarkable, albeit subjective, masterpiece. What resonates most with you about this idea of a hallucinated reality? Have you ever had an experience that made you question the nature of your perception? Share your examples and insights in the comments below. Let's create a space for a deeper exploration of this profound topic. If this journey into the fascinating world of consciousness and perception has expanded your mind, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more explorations into the mysteries of the brain, philosophy, and the very nature of reality. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. Thank you for joining me on this exploration into the architecture of your own mind. Remember, The more we understand the mechanisms of our perception, the richer and more nuanced our experience of the world can become. Until our next encounter with the frontiers of thought, keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep perceiving the extraordinary reality that your brain so diligently creates.